Perfect.
All right, we're in here.
Back in black, everyone.
Back
Hit
in
the
black.
sack.
Back in black.
Yeah.
We're not wearing an AC/DC t-shirt.
Yeah, I know.
Pink Floyd and Rolling Stones.
Yeah. Michaela just, could you imagine Michaela just do back in black?
Back in black.
Hit
Oh,
the
back
sack.
to black.
Yeah,
There
I
we go,
know.
yeah. Okay.
It's the wrong
Dude,
word.
Michaela doing some AC/DC. Could you imagine?
I feel
That'd
like
be
she
pretty
could do it.
cool.
Imagine like a laid back.
Yeah, like a real, like, classy
That'd be
C&G
solid.
version.
What is when we were looking up the things for the Miley Cyrus video, it was like all white. What was that video? We were looking at covers of the flowers. It was real classy, like she was in like a beautiful dress and
postmodern jukebox.
Dude.
Yeah, those guys.
Imagine that, like a back in black with those guys.
Yeah, they might have it.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah, but back to black with Michaela.
The actual,
Yeah.
the actual one.
That video
awesome.
was fire.
Yeah,
Yeah, that video was so fire.
super good. Super good.
Um,
Special thanks to Chris for helping us out with all that. That was really, really helpful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, big thanks to everybody involved. It was a fun crew. I personally have never felt like so comfortable in a
Right?
session because we've been playing together for 15 years. I've been playing with Caviar and Grits with Lomo and Michaela for going on 4 years, and then not as much time with Devin and Chris, but they're just such great players, such great listeners that it just felt like I was super cozy. Made my life easy.
It's crazy to see the way Devin operates, and at the age that he's at, to be so good. Not only with like technically, but just the matter of just knowing where to sit inside of the space. That's something that, I mean, no matter what, you have to learn that over years of where to be. And is he 17 or 18?
Somewhere in between
He's
there,
a
yeah,
baby.
because I know he's a senior in high school, yeah.
He's a baby and he's got it. He's got it, and it just seems to come naturally to him. Makes me a little mad.
I've played with people who've played twice as long as he's been alive, and they don't know when to sit out. And just Lomo had mentioned it. I mean, for him to just know to sit out in that first verse, it's like, wow. You know what you're doing.
Well, especially because he opens it up.
He opened it.
So I feel like, especially when I was his age and I was playing guitar, like if I ever opened up a song or something like that, I just would be like so jammed up about it. I'd just be like, let's just keep going. And this is going to be the entire song, which would sound ridiculous. It sound horrible. But for him to open up the song and then immediately, as soon as the lyrics come in, just pull right back and sit right where he needs to be, it adds so much more than any note that you could put in there. It just adds everything.
Yeah.
Makes it perfect.
Yeah, that was a great session. And I've enjoyed watching that video like every day, a couple times a day. It's great. It's along with the last video. It's in my playlist.
Yeah, I'll make sure that we tag it in this video when we post it. So guys, make sure you go like, subscribe, do all that sort of stuff. That really helps us out. And it's a lot of work doing this stuff. So it would any feedback that you can give us in the comments would be great. Anything we can improve, what you liked, everything.
Yeah. And we've got some great stuff lined up with Michaela coming up. I know I'm not sure when we're going to drop this, but next Sunday, April 23rd.
6th?
Well, 23rd is going to be Caviar and Grits is doing like a live and vibe. So we could even drop that in here maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Drop the information on that, which is going to be a live recording from the Caviar and Grits rehearsal space. It's going to be a lot different from going to like a show where, there's going to be a lot more talking and engaging with the people there. It's going to be like only 15 people. But it's going to be cool. There's going to be some like little memorabilia from the event, along with everybody getting a copy of the live recording. Some of the best takes, and everybody who purchases a ticket gets to pick one of the songs that are on the album. So it's just even more of a special event for some of the super fans. So
You guys are brilliant.
yeah,
That's so
so
smart.
it's going to be a lot of fun. But then on the 26th, which is a Wednesday, we're going to be back at Irish Kevin's doing open mic with Michaela opening up at 8 o'clock, doing a set. And I'm not sure if we'll join her or if anybody will join her or
I
if
don't
she's
know.
just going to do solo.
Should we prepare to do Back to Black?
I don't know.
I mean,
maybe we might have to.
I think that'd be fun. So y'all, if you wanna actually hear it live, come out.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
have
for
to
sure.
hit up that group chat. You'd be like, everyone better get down here on Wednesday.
Everybody in that crew is from Open Mic. You know
We
what
know
I mean? Yeah, that's how we found some of them.
I think that's pretty brilliant.
Yeah, yeah. So there's some good stuff coming up with Michaela. So yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been a great week.
Yeah.
Of music. Great couple weeks of music now. Like the weather's starting to break. Like it's just like that.
People are coming out.
Yeah.
And then let's talk about the pop-up show.
Oh man, that was a lot of fun.
I gotta be honest with you. I didn't know what to expect, but I said it to you. I like chaos.
Yeah. Like
just working in that real pop-up mentality of how are we going to throw this together and will it work? I think is it's a fun space to be in, and it really did make you think, why can't just about any venue be a music venue?
Saying.
I mean, in Ava, what a superstar. As soon as she comes in, she gets it. She starts moving all of the chairs aside to make sure that we had enough space. She starts turning the lights down, getting lights onto where the musicians are playing. She just understands this is how you have to do things. There's a lot of venues that just they don't. It's an afterthought. Music is always an afterthought to them. Their primary business is food and stuff like that. But I feel like when they create their business, they don't think about music until the very end. And they're like, oh, well, we could have bands play here. Let's try to figure out how to work around that, instead of right from the very get-go saying, okay, we have a bar, we have a venue. How do we at least somewhat bring music into this area and entertainment?
Yeah, it's the little things too. Moving the tables and chairs out of the way. You know, making sure the area is clean and the bathroom's clean so that people want to hang out.
Yeah, want to stay there.
Yeah, and having a nice atmosphere and yeah, and huge thanks to Ava. Dapper Rascal, downtown Binghamton.
Yeah, we're gonna drop where it was.
Also in Vestal as well. Oh man, not the family photo.
I'll just hold it like this for the rest of the. We gotta get like an actual frame for that.
Yeah.
Like
that way it would like shatter instead. Then it would really be traumatic. Yeah, that was great. That was a great time though. Big thanks to her. Thanks to everybody that came out.
Yeah, thank you.
And supported, and yeah, hopefully we can do more things like that in the future.
Yeah, Ava's all about it. We want to keep on doing that. Not only that, but
maybe pull up at a Denny's.
Dude, I want to have a show at a Denny's so bad. I guess the background, if you guys aren't familiar, you probably are, the Grand Slam video where it's like a full-on metal band inside of this Denny's. They have all the tables, a straight-up mosh pit in the middle of it. One of the most iconic videos on the internet ever. I guess the story behind that, if I'm correct, that Denny's was going out of business or something like that. So I don't know if it was like an operational business at that point, and then they just decided to have a show. It must have been like some of the workers that are just like, they're in a metal band and the side, they're just like, let's just do a show here.
The cooks came out.
Yeah, the cooks came
jamming.
out. Oh man.
Yeah, Denny's. That's the next venture.
Yeah,
I'm gonna check that off the list.
Yeah, we'll do a Denny's venture.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, so that was great. Great time over there on Wednesday. Friday night we were able to get over to the Bundy again. To check out Foggy Maloon.
They're so good.
That was a killer show.
They're so good. Let's talk about Gordon.
Yo, Gordon's
I want to talk
beast.
about Gordon. Gordon is, I think, one of the best looking musicians like out there right now. Just his whole vibe is perfect. He's got the hair, he's got the clothes, he's always grooving. The hair's all over the place. It's amazing.
He reminds me of, or somebody that like can be on that level is like Hunter Davidson.
Yeah.
Just vintage all the way through.
Oh yeah.
Like the gear, the fit, the look, it's just, they're vintage. They belong in a little antique shop. Just jamming together, just getting it. Yeah, that would be.
Love it.
It'd be cool to see those two collab. Maybe make it happen up here.
Oh, I'd love that. I'd love that. It does go to show just how important your image is on stage. Like it's
big.
You gotta look good if you're going up there. If you're rocking out in pajamas, it's like.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing, and it's not to like make it so relatable to like, you know, the classic jobs, but you know, wanting to look professional, wanting to look good, and whatever that means, right? Because it means different things. Like, because look at Kiss, right? Or they weren't necessarily like in this like super, you know, fancy clothes, but they had their own kind of style, and it looks so cool. Same thing with Motley Crue. Like, they were wearing all the leather and the chains, and it was just consistent. So it gave you something to look at, not just something to hear. Because we see, man. We look at things. We don't just, you know, if something's playing in the background and sounds good, we'll listen to it and look at our phone and find something interesting. But if what's on stage is compelling and great to look at, I mean, that's how you do it right there.
I feel like it's because you can be listening. Like, you can hop on your phone and still be like listening to the music, but if something's grabbing your attention, no matter what, it's just gonna keep you locked in. And then not only that, but you're gonna be more locked in on the music.
Yeah. I mean, look at any of the, you know, best bands, right? It's when they're putting on a show, it's a show.
It's the brand.
Right. It's the brand. It's the look. It's the way the stage is set up and where people are placed on stage. All of those things are so important.
Like one of our favorite bands is Greta Van Fleet. Every single time we see like a live show, or like on YouTube or something like that. I missed the live show, but
missed out.
I know. I always comment on just how good their stage looks. Yeah. It's all white. Everything's white. Even their stage hands.
They bring their own stage.
In white. Yeah, they bring everything. I mean, and that's an extreme example, but you can do that. No matter where you go, to have your brand up on stage is so important. Yeah,
and it's interesting to see, especially with them, because we followed them for a while now, and seeing them come up, and they're still not huge, you know what I mean, by any means. They don't have the hugest following in the world, compared to like a pop artist like Miley Cyrus or the one dude. But they have slowly made sure that they put on a good show. Like, they've always had interesting styles, right? And a lot of times in some of their interviews, it's just like things they found in thrift stores, and then eventually like making those more legit and like having a style together. And then now the stage, like the last 2 years, they've had the white stage. Kind of a recent thing. They've got the Leslie is in a white box. Yeah. Everything is just the stage hands. Their
monitors are all white. I was looking at that too. I'm just like, monitors are always black, always black, and they're just meant to be out of sight. Well, they had to have painted them or something. Unless I don't know, they're making pretty decent money now. They could be like, all right, guys, you need to make me some special PA stuff.
No, I think they're doing all right.
But no, I just think it's so important to have your brand up on stage. And as I've gotten over the last 5 years, I've learned a lot about marketing, a lot about branding, and really trying to intake that and really realizing how important that is.
A lot of people, when I was at the show, when you're like kind of mingling before the show, they were like saying like, what colors do you think they're gonna wear? Like, you think he's gonna have gold on, or is he gonna have like white, or like, I was at a show before and he was wearing black, you know, like, you're right. It's cool. It gives a little something interesting.
That is
and
interesting.
It's all about that brand. Kiss, right? Kiss wasn't a band; they were a brand.
Yeah, honestly, it wasn't really about not saying that they weren't talented, because obviously they were talented. That's a part of it, but it's like they were talented to a degree. Nothing that they were playing was super complex, but it's like AC/DC. Like, to say Angus Young wasn't a talented person it's crazy. Like, he is talented in his own way. All those songs are exactly the same, essentially, but he just does it well.
Knows how to do it.
It's interesting.
Well, it's always funny when people talk about those bands, like AC/DC or like Van Halen. They'll be like, that band, those bands are overplayed, and it's like, well, that's because they have a lot of hits.
Yeah, because it's good.
Yeah.
Well, and to that point, that's like Van Halen. What a perfect mashup of unbelievable talent and brand.
Right.
That's crazy.
Because they also have a ton of great deep cuts. It's like all of those hits came from, records that were full albums that are awesome, but also branding at the same time.
All right, I'm sorry.
Get rid of that.
You gotta go over here.
Anything out of here.
We'll get a stand for you.
Turn it around. I don't even want to look at it anymore.
Don't even look at it. But so
Need to call that Etsy seller.
yeah. Send me a stand with this. What are you doing?
Yeah, need a return label.
Well, yeah. We'll put him in on that. That whole thing. I bought this little interface.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
And I bought this little interface, and he didn't send me the cord with it, but it was pictured in the box with the cord. Like, I assumed that's what I was getting. So it wasn't as described. And I sent it into Reverb, and I was, just like, hey, I got to send this back. The seller, wanted me to send him more money to send him the rest of what he marketed. So I'm like, this is crazy. That's bananas. I'll just send you the whole unit back if you're going to play that. And Reverb was like, okay, I'll send you a shipping label. Sent me a shipping label, but I just kept on waiting because I wanted to make the guy wait. I was being a little petty. I'll be honest with you. I just wanted to make the guy wait. So I on the last day that I had to send it back, I'm like, okay, I sent it back, and then something went wrong with the label. So it came back to my house, and by that time it had showed up that it had been sent out. So I made the effort to put it out, and then I told Reverb, I'm like, oh, sorry, the label didn't work, but I also sent that message real late. And then by the time they're just like, all right, dude, we just gave you a full refund, and you can keep the interface. We're not. Keep in mind, guys, this was a $67 item. $67 item. This was not an expensive item.
Reverb's just getting blown up from emails from you. They're getting blown up from the seller. They're like, this dude won't return it. I sent him 3 labels, and Reverb's like, you know what? We're a multi-million-dollar company. We had a good quarter. Just give the kid the interface and it's $60.
So petty. It's so petty. Oh, I love that. I live for that.
Hey, well, we need to make sure we make good use out of that interface.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I don't know if you noticed that while you were telling that story. The microphones bouncing from the trains going by over here.
That's so cool.
It's not so much anymore, but it was in the right spot at one point. It was just
That's awesome. I love this whole attic is such a vibe.
Yeah, it is.
Love it up here.
It's about to be a freaking sauna vibe pretty soon.
I know it's gonna get hot. We got to start doing this earlier.
Yeah, that's why the day sessions are good. Getting in.
Yeah, we're gonna
7 in the morning.
Yeah, we're gonna get your neighbors super pissed. We just play full volume at 5 a.m.
Come on, that is beautiful music to wake up to.
Rock and roll.
Yeah, that's beautiful music to wake up to. I was talking about that with Bess the other day. So we're playing Shikori Hills Grassroots May 4th through the 7th. So excited to play that.
Cool.
I'm so thankful for that opportunity. It's huge, right? For me right now, that's awesome. So I can't wait to get down there. But our Saturday set starts at 10:30 or 10:45 in the morning, and Grassroots. I mean, the people are still in their tents.
They haven't gone. Oh,
some people are still in their tents at that time. Not everybody, but. Yeah, a lot of people are still sleeping off the night before. You
probably get 2 or 3 people who are just still up from the night before,
still dancing.
They're still dancing. They haven't stopped. There's no music going on. They're just dancing.
Proven. Well, Bess told me she had done a set like this before, I believe, in Trumansburg, and it's funny because throughout the day, people were talking to you and they're like, "Oh, you were that first band." I heard that this morning when I was in my tent, and it was so lovely, and it was great to start my day with that because everybody's there for the music. So our neighbors may complain at us jamming at 8 in the morning, 10 in the morning. Everybody there is so thankful. I just love it there.
Good vibes.
So great. Yeah, can't wait.
That'll be cool.
Yeah.
When is that? That's May
4th through the 7th. So I think
it's not going to be blistering hot either.
Yeah. Well, it's North Carolina, so
okay,
it could
so
still
it
be I remember going to North Carolina a few years back in April, and it was pretty hot, 80s, 90s, which I'm all for that too. Yeah, don't get me wrong. And then the fam and I, Jamie and Link, and her parents, we're gonna go to Harker's Island, which is like right off the coast. So we're heading down 2 weeks from now, 2 Saturdays from now, and it's gonna be great. Get a little vacation, and then head to the fest on Thursday.
We got that bed going.
Yeah, I got the bed going in the van. It's coming along great. Yeah, just ordered a fitted sheet for that mattress. It's gonna be official. Yeah, that's such a cool project.
Well, what else do we got going on?
I mean, we're going into a busy weekend. I know. Saturday the 22nd, I'll be playing with Kid Bess at the North Brewery. Sunday we've got the Live and Vibe with Caviar and Grits over at the Caviar and Grits studio on the west side of Binghamton. And then going into that week, you've got like Monday night Belmar open mic, you've got Tuesday night Taco Garage, then Wednesday night Michaela doing our open mic at Irish Kevin's. Thursday is the 1 year. Thursday, the 27th is the 1 year anniversary of the songwriter series at the North Brewery.
Oh, cool.
So we've got some of our friends that are going to be there. I know, can't remember everybody, so sorry, but I know Catherine is going to be playing that bill. Tom Jolu is going to be playing that bill, and I'll be joining Nick King Cassette, who's going to be closing it out at 9:00. So yeah, come check that out. And then Friday, the grown-ups at the North Brewery. So we're gonna be like sardines. Yeah, North Brewery is.
Yeah.
Love what y'all are doing. Love it. Keep it going. Yeah.
We were just talking about how there's certain businesses that are just as people who are actively trying to create a business ourselves. There's certain business owners that we need to work with and associate with, and they get it. They're so artistically driven. If you go inside of that place, there's art all over the walls. They're constantly trying to showcase different artists. And then, so not only just any kind of art. That's the cool thing about it, where it's a lot of venues will just be like, okay, we just have music. But these guys appreciate all forms of art. I think probably a lot of that comes down to creating their own beers. Yeah, that's a form of art. They
have their own art form there.
Yeah, they have to think about what's going on the outside of the can. They always have pretty decent looking designs on the outside of the can. Like, they're artistically driven people. Yeah. And same thing with Ava. You go into Ava's barbershop, beautiful. Like a graffiti artist must have came in and done some unbelievable stuff there. So
the Bob Ross. Did you see the Bob Ross getting the haircut?
Is that who that was?
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. I love that. You got Bob Ross socks. Oh no, you got Bruce Lee socks on today. I got some Oceans.
But that's also an art. Yeah. Doing the hairstyling.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it all makes sense. Mm-hmm. It's great to see the community.
That we want to work with.
Yeah. So North Brewery Friday, the 28th, April 28th is going to be the grown-ups. And I'm definitely going to be at that show, packed in there like a sardine. Yeah. Before I head down to North Carolina the next day.
Open up that garage door.
Yeah, I saw it open last week, so okay. I'm sure they've got it open these days.
Good deal.
Yeah, maybe we'll stop by there today.
Okay.
Maybe a little break.
That'd be cool.
A little sesh break.
That'd be cool. Well, awesome. I mean, I think we covered just about anything, guys. If you have any ideas for the podcast, if you're in a band or you're an artist, I'm excited for who we got coming out. You guys are going to like that too.
This is going to be a dope session.
But if you guys have any ideas, shoot it in our inbox. It's a great place to get a hold of us and just pitch ideas to us. You never know. We might try to mesh up and make something cool happen.
Yeah, seriously. Anything. Anything. Don't necessarily have to be a musician. I mean, want to come up here and vacuum the floor? It'd be cool.
Dude, imagine a slam poetry thing up here.
That would be so cool.
Would you right here, they hit a line and you're just back there on a snare, just after every line.
I need to bring out the bongos for the slam poetry.
Ooh. I'm over here.
I'll be over here on the bongos, and then you just put anybody right here. Just do their poetry.
That'd be cool,
dude. Or a little comedy set. We're gonna do some stuff up here.
If we packed a bunch of people up here, that'd be kind of fun.
It would be. I've thought about it. I really have.
That'd be pretty fun.
It's got to be like the perfect temperature day.
Yeah.
Which is nearly impossible because last session was way too cold, and this session is it's gonna be warm.
It'll get there.
Yeah,
it'll get there.
But I think that'll keep everybody driven, and we're gonna hang. We're gonna hang downstairs, get some AC.
Well, cool. All right, guys. Make sure subscribe, and we will see you next time.
Peace. Nice.